What's going on to all of my Scorpios? So you have the Page of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Judgment, the Eight of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and last but not least, we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so what I'm seeing here for a lot of you Scorpios is with the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, Page of Wands. A lot of you Scorpios are, honestly, a lot of you Scorpios are really kind of enjoying your life right now. I'm not. Let me explain. The Page of Wands is about how you're ready to kind of shut down BS. You're ready for that, right? You don't want to deal with individuals who are about the nonsense, right? You don't want to deal with individuals who are about the nonsense. A lot of you at this point in time, you really want to deal with people who are like-minded, okay? And then you have the Eight of Pentacles, right? Now, Scorpio is the eighth zodiac sign. So this is about, Scorpio is about creation and destroying and renewal. So the Eight of Pentacles is about just that. You want someone, eight is an even number. You want someone that can meet you halfway, as I've been talking about. You want someone to get into some of the things that you're interested in, that you really love to do. They don't necessarily have to get into every single thing, but they do have to get into at least some of the things that you're into, right? So that the two of you actually can bond over that very same thing. Now, the thing is that the Knight of Wands represents this being a situation for a lot of you where you need to also take into consideration that the Knight of Wands also represents the way, how do I say this? The amount of time that you spend dealing with people who are arrogant and disrespectful is going to be nil, right? Or null. Not very much. I will say this, though, to be fair, a lot of you Scorpios have to develop that eye to be able to know who to stop messing with and who to continue to hang out with. Because sometimes Scorpio has a problem with really underestimating people, right? And ultimately assuming the worst. And we know what happens when you assume. Nothing that you want to happen, I assure you. So what happens here is that the Ten of Pentacles now, the Ten of Pentacles represents this being a situation for you where the Ten of Pentacles is about how a lot of you, the Ten of Pentacles can sometimes represent an ending to things because it means that certain things has ran its course. But the Eight of Pentacles represents, yes, to a certain extent, the Ten of Pentacles does represent, how it is that you may not necessarily really be in a relationship. But the Ten of Pentacles also represents, you know, the Ten of Pentacles also represents this being a situation for a whole lot of you Scorpios where you're looking at it like an opportunity to see what else is out here, right? You have, get your passport, travel, do whatever it is that you want. I'm all for that. I'm all for freedom, right? Do whatever it is that you want. Just understand that if you're gonna do things that are kind of that way, just understand what it is that you're getting into. I'm not saying I'm into that. All I'm saying is live and let live. That's all I'm saying. I'm not into that. So the thing is that the Queen of Cups represents now this being a situation where a lot of you Scorpios are ready to be in relationships, and you Scorpios are going to remain open for um a potential person to really come in, get to know you, engage with you the way that you like, and that's pretty good, because then you have the judgment, and the judgment over here represents this being a situation for you where what it is that you want to do is you want to ultimately understand that what you've got going on is that not you have the judgment and the Eight of Cups. So not everybody is going to have their best interest in mind, as a lot of you Scorpios are starting to figure out. So what does this have to do with anything? Well, what this means is that because of that, this is very much so a situation for you where you need to start understanding that what's happening here is that people are going to come in, try to disrespect what it is that you Scorpios personally, or I should say internally, stand for, because they don't have a whole lot of self value. So the thing is that the Eight of Cups represents this will be designed to test your own inner value. Now, some of you Scorpios may be asking yourself, what does this have to do with anything? Well, I'm saying this for future references. I'm saying it that in the near future, as you continue to hang out with other people, excuse me, get to know other people, you should know that this is what a lot of people are going to come at you with. They're still going to try to get on your nerves with with being disrespectful and acting like they don't have any kind of decency, and ignoring your decency. But a lot of you Scorpios shouldn't be paying attention to that whatsoever. The Two of Cups represents just focus on dating. Okay, just focus on it. What you want to do is you need to pay attention to yourself, right, internally, right, and what you've got going on externally. Okay, externally isn't difficult, but you also want to pay attention to who the actual person that you are getting to know actually is. Okay, then the thing is that the Seven of Cups here represents this being a situation for you where the Seven of Cups represents how you need to understand that um, the Seven of Cups is that how do I say this? Uh, Pay attention to who they are. That's the best way. Pay attention to who they are, right? Because you'll know someone who is very disrespectful depending on how they approach you. Okay. Now, again, seven can either represent love or it can represent destruction. But seven is an uneven number, right? It's an odd number. Now, this can represent either, like I said, love, right? Because seven is also in connection with number 13, which is destruction, right? And then seven being an uneven number, it could also represent that, the way that the two of you match up may not necessarily be equal. And sometimes that's a good thing. However, this is why it is that you should pay attention to who the actual person is, their character. A lot of times people don't want to hear when I say character, right? A lot of times, sometimes people may cringe. They may go, "Oh, character, what does it have to do?" Listen, if you don't have character, I'm telling you, and in one of these videos, which is coming soon, because I got a lot of content to put out there. In one of these videos coming soon, I'm letting y'all know right now, I'm gonna talk about why character is such an important thing. And if you don't have that, you're really kind of plumb out of luck, to be quite honest with you. So the thing is that the Five of Pentacles is about how Five of Pentacles is you ultimately create what type of relationship. So just know that whatever it is that you bring in is whatever it is that you wanted to bring in. So pay attention. All right. Let's clarify the judgment. All right, so you have the Three of Swords, the Chariot, and then you have the Six of Cups. Okay, so to clarify the Judgment. So the Three of Swords represents obviously heartbreak. The Chariot, this person not being able to move on, whom you used to speak with. So someone's heartbroken that you Scorpios have moved on, and they're judging you quite harshly. They can't believe you moved on. Why would you do this? All this other type of stuff. All this other type of stuff. And they need to understand that you Scorpios are going to do your own thing. Also, this, like I said, this can also represent new people as well. It does represent new people, but it also represents the new people that's just meeting you about how it is that, you know, they're jumping to conclusions about who you are. So again, Scorpio, you want to make sure that you pay attention to who that person is. One thing that you can do too when you're dating somebody is if you go out anywhere or whatnot. Now, I don't necessarily recommend it, but if you go out anywhere and this is what it is that you want to do, you can always go ahead and sit next to the person. I don't suggest sitting across from the table. I would suggest sitting next to the person because some odd reason, for some odd reason now, whenever it is that you sit across from the table or whatever, right? People take that as being combative and as competitive. So, like I said before, I take the dating scene absolutely with a grain of salt. I find it hilarious because it's all of these stipulations, it's all of these different reasons and all this stuff that people, you know what I mean, put on to things and to disqualify people. Oh, there wasn't enough touching and all this other type of stuff. Okay, so initiate it. No, they don't want to do that. They expect you to do everything, right? Regardless of who it is, right? Anyway, so, all right, so let's clarify the Five of Pentacles. So you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Fool, and then you have the Nine of Swords. So the Knight of Pentacles, to clarify the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles is take things slow, not too slow, but just pay attention. I'm not saying that you can't have your physical, intimate fun. I'm not saying that. What I am saying, though, is you want to pay very close attention to who they are and their internal value and their principles. Because what principles a person has will tell you a lot about the person. A lot about the person. If the person does not have very high standing principles about them, while at the same time understanding that they are multifaceted, because we're not asking for these people to be perfect, right? Right? You shouldn't be asking them to be perfect, right? If they don't have any kind of real set standards, that's going to be a problem. And there's no reason for you to continue to get to know them, and it's time for you to leave. The Fool and the Nine of Swords here is, and don't feel bad whenever it is that you leave too, okay? Because again, you're still single. So nobody has really stepped up in that way where they ultimately really want to be your significant other. So you shouldn't have to take that so seriously, right? Try to have fun, of course. And then you have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is that you're out here having a lot of fun. You're really out here. Don't worry your head up. Don't worry about it. You're out here having a lot of fun. Um, kind of you're out here having a lot of fun watching the people who tried to get one over on you, watching them squirm a little bit, watching them trying to get a free meal or some intimacy out of you, and try to play this game like this is full court tennis. Yeah. So so Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm trying to get this YouTube page to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Currently, I am at 1,936 subscribers. Okay. Like I said, really appreciate it. If you'd like to contact me for personal reading, my email address, you can reach me at my email address, Kareemspiritworks@yahoo.com, or you can go directly to my website. The link to that is in the pinned comment below in the comment section, okay? Or you can check my description box as well as the link to my book on Amazon. Peace. Appreciate it.